Alrighty, here we go. Getting ready for game number two. Alrighty, so let's talk a little bit about that first game real quick. What are some bands that you maybe want to see, or maybe some different picks from Third Impact to maybe try to answer what Royal Vagabonds went for in game one?
Well, I can see one already. The Viego out. They don't want to deal with that again, and I don't blame them. The Viego was dirty and disgusting last game. I'm
Yeah,
surprised
absolutely.
they left the Volibear open. Maybe they were hoping to get it in this game, but
Yeah, or
instead,
maybe they might have something better prepared for the top lane. Understand that might be an option, but Royal Vagabonds already right out the gate with the Volibear immediately picking that one up and opting for the Zac. So currently they have a ton of engage as Third Impact picks up the Xin Zhao and the Malzahar with this Alistar. So, they really like that Alistar pick as now Conquer going right back to the Gwen.
back on the Gwen. Not surprising. As people are figuring Gwen out more and more, they're figuring out just how strong the champion can be, and I think Conqueror's doing a fine job of showcasing the champion's abilities.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been playing very well. Personally, I'm more of a fan though of the Ignite teleport variation of Gwen. I think it gives you that kind of lane kill pressure while also having, TP to impact the map. I don't think you need Flash on Gwen
I've
nearly as
seen
much with
that.
your on
I've
a low
seen that
cooldown.
actually, and interestingly enough, I think I agree with you here. Even though I find very few times where Flash isn't like a staple. I think you're right with the Gwen. I think the teleport ignite is a better play.
Absolutely, as they do go right back to this Kaisa pick for Royal Vagabonds. Third Impact now locking in the set and the Draven, pulling out Draven
Ooh,
here in the bottom lane. And Royal
ooh.
Vagabonds goes with Zyra. So
Draven
we're
right
getting
now,
some different
incredibly
stuff.
underrated. If he gets even the tiniest snowball going, it becomes a snow mountain in like just a minute.
Yeah, last time we saw Lenny pull out this Draven, she ended up dropping a double penta. So maybe she's looking to try to do something similar here. As now that we have the draft here, let's go ahead and let's get ready to jump over to the live game. Uh,
703.
703.
Wait, hold up, hold up. Okay, I'm there.
Alrighty, alrighty, there we go. As we are now magically at the game. Wow, look at that! No spectator delay. Anyways, as we
I
jump
love the
onto the rift
future.
here. Yeah, I know, right? Some great technology. Thank you for that, Riot. As we are now out here on the Rift, ready for game number two. Alrighty. Looking like just a little bit of another standard 5 point here. Nothing too crazy.
I'm surprised we haven't seen an invade out of one of these teams. Maybe if it goes to game three, we'll see one.
Absolutely. Nothing too crazy though. Looking like Zyra and Conquer, or rather Zyra and Gwen, are gonna stack on the same rush here. There's nobody really hovering this mid lane.
Zach backed already, went for a sweeper. Interesting. And he's going to start top side.
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary though. Looking like Set opting for the Doran's Blade as now in the top lane, by the way, we do have Zuko playing now. Zuko subbing in for Beyonder in this game here. So
I believe he had computer problems or something.
yeah, I believe it was some sort of technical difficulties. And looking at it now, Conquer already just going for the immediate trade, dropping the spell shield. But kind of losing that trade in the
Oh,
long run. Notorious Mid getting a good chunk of damage back with the Airy and the E damage.
does lose that trade, I would have to say. That was an immense return from Malzahar.
Yeah, looking at it now, bottom lane's kind of sitting about even right now as Conquer just being super hyper aggressive right now. Definitely not winning this trade right now as he's
Oh,
taking
he's
minion
taking a
damage
lot of
and E
damage from the
damage.
minions.
Yeah, kind of looked like he hesitated a little bit. Didn't want to step into tower range, but tried to get that auto attack and ended up just getting punished and taking a ton of damage for it. So hopefully able to stable out here as Sidro already trying to take top lane control of this game right now. Oh, Concrete Silence. Here's the
Got a
gank though here
gank
mid
coming in
lane.
from
Zinzao
Zin.
going in on Gwen, but over here bottom lane, they're also fighting here as looking like the knockable will
Alistar
land.
getting taken
Alistar
super
forced to
low.
flash.
He is
Oh,
down.
wow.
First blood over the Kaisa. Zyra going low. She is down also. The Draven now has turns back onto the Kaisa. Is he going to be able to do it? I don't know. It's a lot of damage coming out. And the Draven already starting his snowball. Like I said earlier, that's not a snowball that you want to get started if you're
Absolutely
on the side of
not.
third impact.
Yeah, but that was also a kill over to Kaisa. She's currently up a little bit in CS, but Draven should be able to just even this out right now, as both of them do have the first kills. Yeah, and a quick reminder during that whole bottom lane 2v2 fight, there was a gank mid lane that did force the flash out of Gwen. Zinzao
Oh, we got a
also
fight in the
flashed.
jungle. Zin's going in against the Volibear. Volibear tries to steal the blue away, is unable to do so.
Yeah,
They're
Conqueror's
gonna
here though in the rotation.
disengage out.
Yeah,
Continues his
looking like
farming.
Conqueror just gonna try to maybe drop some vision there in the top side jungle. You know, kind of do a little bit better job tracking. But over your bottom side, there's fighting.
Oh, we got a fight out of the bot lane. Draven getting really strong as he goes in against both Zyra and Kaisa with no regard for any damage that they can output to him. He is already getting scary.
That he absolutely is. Draven right now, definitely kind of in full control of this bottom lane as the Zyra and the Kaisa forced to play very far back. Kaisa very low on mana, uses the W, doesn't actually have any mana left in this lane, will be forced to have to try to regen up. So full control right now is on the side of uh third
You see
impact.
Zach looking like he might want to try and make a play.
Oh yeah,
He
Zach
does.
going
He
in
goes
here.
in onto the Alistar, but he gets knocked
Oh,
back under his own tower. Oh, the tower giving serious damage down to the Zac. Is he going to be able to get out? Just barely with the slivers of health, but no. Kaisa goes in and makes sure that he pops his passive. Getting chased out now, but we have a teleport coming in. Zin coming in again. Down goes Kaisa. And Zyra and Alistar are still going at it. Top lane, and also we have huge fight going down. Set versus the Volibear. Is he going to be able to take him
oh,
down? He
Set
does.
wins.
Whoa, what a fight. Gwen now down in the bot lane. Zin going against the Gwen. He's going to hit her really low. Zyra using a snare to get out. Is it going to be enough for them to get the team away because it's a 4v3 and they're in a really hard spot? No, the Alistar goes in with the headbutt, gets her knocked up, and the kill, but dies himself. The kill going over to Malzahar on that one.
Yeah,
Wow.
and that was just absolutely amazing from the side of Third Impact. Quick reminder as the header up top is backwards, as red side is Royal Vagabonds, blue side is TI. So apologies for that and the confusion. We'll do our best to try to make sure that we keep it as clear as possible through our cast. So right now, the side of Third Impact, this is a much better start than we saw from game one. So looking like they definitely, at least so far, have kind of pushed the tempo and trying to strike back.
Indeed.
Sidra taking a little bit of damage here. Zuko's going for him.
Oh, and we got a fight coming out of the top lane. Set getting some serious damage onto the Volibear, but Volibear is able to get away.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking like Katara right now, lone man in the lane as Draven walks back to lane right now. This wave will be pushing, so they could try to look to, maybe engage on him here as this wave gets closer to their tower.
Interesting that they're not shoving as that third wave hits there. You usually see as a wave gets built up in the bot lane like that. Usually once the non-cannon wave enters the cannon wave's build, you usually try and chunk down that wave as fast as possible, and they didn't, allowing it to slow push, giving Draven uh, time to keep catching his axes here, which is just not something that you want if you're Royal Vagabonds. The Draven is a scary thing that has started to become the beast that he can be already.
Yeah, absolutely. And one interesting thing to note, as the Draven decided to opt for the serrated Dirk start, so looking like this will be an Executioner Draven game that we are seeing here. I don't think
Oh,
Executioners is the best on like for this game rather for the
Oh, we
Draven.
got a fight coming out in the top lane. Volibear getting gone in on. He has to use his ult to try and get out, but there's 3 up top going against him. Is he going to be able to make it? Just barely. We'll see if they try and dive him. Meanwhile, bot lane, I thought they were going to fight, and now they don't seem to be.
Yeah, it's looking very much like despite them actually being down kills, Roll Vagabonds is actually up a few hundred gold right now. So hold on a minute though, we got to fight here mid
Oh, the
lane.
Zac coming in mid. Zen being knocked super low. Is he going to get taken down? Yes. Gwen knocks him down. Are they going to go after the Malzahar underneath the tower?
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend them going for the Malzahar in their tower. You got your kill, just go ahead and get out with your gold and take that advantage. But over here, bottom lane though, they're going in on a Zyra.
Oh, they don't like that at all. Zyra's getting chunked super low, and he goes down to the Alistar, unfortunately. But Draven's still
Yeah.
showing just how strong he is. Stepping in, is he going to get close enough? He is going to get close enough. I think 0 kills is going to fall here. He
Oh,
does. Oh, Kaisa just stepped just a little bit too close there, and Draven took instant advantage of it. Meanwhile, top lane, Set and Volibear going at it. Set getting his true damage off. Volley being forced underneath the tower. Now we have Zac coming back in bot lane. He's going to try and clean up what's there. He's going to be able to do it. Alistar falls, but the Draven doing serious damage, but taking
Draven goes
tower
down
aggro. Oh,
too.
he falls, and then top lane, Set still trying to take down the Volibear. Gets the ult out. Huge damage, but the tower's attacking him as well. Is he going to be able to take him down? He does, but he survives from the tower shots just barely. The bloodbath has started.
Wow, and this game is slowly starting to become unglued as the fights are just breaking out everywhere now. This is currently a 2-0 set up here in the top lane. And on the bottom side of the map, you have a 2-1 Draven, but this is now a 3-0 Zac after getting
Oh,
that double kill bot.
and the
Oh,
Zac.
the
Oh,
ultimate mid
and
though.
mid lane we have an ult and a gank coming in from the Zen. The Gwen throws down her defense, trying to get out. Is it going to be enough? It is enough for her to get out. Amazingly, the ult from the Mals was not enough to chunk her, and they could not finish it out.
Yeah, the W field there from the Gwen just provides so much armor and MR that actually enables Gwen to be able to survive long enough from the burst from Xin Zhao and Malzahar that, once she comes out of the CC, she's just able to use her E and just get away from that and end up living. I believe Flash was also burned there as well to provide the extra distance to get out.
Wow, that was I got to give it. That was a good escape for the Gwen. I thought she was dead right there, but she proved me wrong.
Yeah, looking like right now they might be trying to actually rotate up here. Maybe trying to establish some vision control here in this bottom side jungle.
Dragon's coming up soon. They're probably trying to get some control of that. A little brawl going
Stun
in top
lands.
lane. Set versus Volibear. The Volibear returning damage, but getting chunked hugely. But does he see the Zac coming in? I don't think that he does. Zac throws himself into the fray, but Set having to flash to get out. Teleport incoming. And Malz joins the fight along with Zen. It's now a 3v2. Zen going in onto the Volibear. Volibear getting knocked up, but able to get out. And that's about it. That's all she wrote. The tanks are
Yeah.
huge enough to absorb the damage and get back to their own tower.
Yeah, and nothing too crazy ends up coming out there. Some cooldowns were burned, but ultimately everybody ends up surviving. But hold on a minute here.
Set
Set's
still
looking for blood.
hungry, goes in onto the Volibear. Volibear able to get out again. He's tanky enough to take this damage. Oh, the Alistar trying to make a play. Is it going to be enough? It might be. The huge damage from the Draven coming out. He's chunking Kaisa. He's chunking Zyra. Zyra goes down. Kaisa is now in trouble under the tower, but Draven taking so much tower damage that he just cannot survive. Gwen able to clean him up. And
Yeah,
bot
at
lane
least Draven was
falls.
able to cash in stacks before dying there. But you got to think that was a little bit sus of Kitaro to flash like that. Doesn't end up landing anything and ends up just flashing into his death. But Draven was able to secure the kill on a Zyra as Dravens can do, putting out just massive damage. So,
A
maybe something that
little
didn't
ballsy.
necessarily need Alistar to have to go in for you to be able to get that kill, considering it only took, like, I think 4 auto attacks. As the mid tower does get knocked down here with the Rift Herald. Conqueror now rotating
Gwen
back, but Zach
seeing
going in.
Zac going in. Zen getting the worst of the damage. Is he going to be able to survive? He gets the knock up. He gets the slow. He's getting out. Can he make it? He gets the blast cannon. He does get out. Top lane, we have a fight going in. Set saying, I am just going to fight the Volibear until one of us dies, taking turret damage. Now Xin going in onto the Kai'Sa. The Kai'Sa getting knocked, or Zyra getting knocked down. Set still fighting Volibear. Volibear turning the fight onto the Set, though. Set getting knocked extremely low. Is he going to be able to survive? Just barely. And now Volibear returns fire. And Set lost control of his lane just that fast.
Yeah, despite it looking like Set was about to drop there, Zuko just put out a massive amount of damage, hitting the auto with the Q reset for 2 more auto attacks, chunking back the Volibear and making that actually a very close fight. But unfortunately, he just wasn't able to continue as he didn't have his W cooldown.
Wasn't quite enough damage, and now Volibear back into lane with 2/3 of his health and Set forced to retreat. Can't deal with that type of a health disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a Zac looking bot lane. Zyra gets a snare onto Alistar, but that's all. Alistar runs away quickly. Zac
Yeah.
still looking hungry, looking for the gank, gets spotted out by his board.
Yeah, they try to go for a little bit of a greedy reset there, trying to reset in the lane, and they ended up getting caught there and forced to have to stay in the lane now for another wave as Zac is here on the bottom side trying to make a play. Malzahar is hovering though.
Are we gonna see anything? The tension builds. Zac is incredibly strong right now, 3-0. Just incredibly strong. And Gwen, oh, but top lane, Set and Volibear going at it again. The heavyweight boxers are punching each other back and forth. Volibear getting taken low under his own tower, though. Set making sure to kind of stay back from the tower this time. Not quite taking as much tower aggro as he has been willing to take before.
Yeah, and looking at it right now, oh wait, he does hit the stun though,
Oh,
and doesn't
and
hit the W.
that's about it.
Yeah.
The punch and then return fire and dodge and weave and punch again. Top lane is just this heavyweight boxing match going on.
If you think they had to actually be in a boxing ring, who do you think would realistically win that, the Set or the Volibear?
Holy crap, that's a tough one. I mean, look at how it's playing out right now. It goes back and forth every single time that you can think of. Alistar going in on the Zyra is going to be enough for a real fight to happen. It might be. He thinks he's going to do it. He's going to do it. Flash coming out of Kai'Sa to try and get away. Zyra gets the ult down, though. Gets the knock-up on both of them. Oh, she's going to take serious damage from the Xin. The Xin gets the kill. He moves back in onto the Gwen. Gwen down to try and clean things up. She does get the kill onto the Alistar, but gets locked down immediately by the Malzahar. The Xin goes in to try and clean up what he wasn't able to do, but does get the kill onto the Malz. Xin cleans back up. Conqueror, though, in a solid spot, but here comes the Draven, and watch out because he is scary. Oh, the knock-up, and yep, Draven. Oh, Xin actually takes that kill. The Draven damage just too much for her to deal with, though.
Xin Zhao actually just popped off in that team fight, doing a very good job positioning correctly and, being able to use the full extent of his kit and his allies to be able to survive there as long as possible to set up all the kills. That is now a 3-2 Draven, but a 4-1 Xin Zhao at 15 minutes in the game. You got to be feeling good if you're this fed.
Each team has a couple of really strong members that have to be given respect to by the opponent. The Draven is just dirty strong, but the Zac is just dirty strong.
Yeah, and Zyra right now sitting at 1-6, not having the best of days as this Draven and Alistar are trying to do their best to abuse him. I mean, Alistar is not necessarily in the best position either, sitting at 1-5 right now. So both of these supports have been playing extremely aggressive and getting punished a lot for it by junglers and ADCs alike. So, I'm curious to see what ends up transpiring from this outside lane phase as Alistar goes in.
Alistar gets the knock-up onto the Zyra. The Zyra takes serious damage. Draven getting his ult off isn't going to be enough.
Here's the set.
It might be as he comes back. Yes, it does. The kill comes down into over.
Yeah,
and they look for Dragon.
I do apologize for that that right there. Unfortunately, the observer did accidentally leave leave the cast. So we are back now. Looking
Oh,
as
Zin's
Zinzao
out,
goes
going
in.
in. He gets the serious damage onto the Zyra, but she's able to get out, which is a sliver of health underneath her own tower. Zac taking the brunt of the damage now. Is he going to be able to survive? Yes. Kaisa coming in, gets the ult off, gets the Q off, and down goes Zin. But meanwhile, mid lane is a huge fight. Brawler versus Brawler. The Volibear in the set. Again, bow for bow. It's coming down to the wire. Who's going to be able to take it? Volibear is the winner of that match. But Malzahar immediately back, throws down his space aids onto the Volibear. Is he going to be able to get out with it? Just maybe, barely. It might
Wow.
be. Yes, he survives. Wow.
You know what? That is one tough bear.
That
I
is
was gonna
one
say it
tough bear.
before. I don't think any man could beat a bear in a boxing ring, but Set had a chance, and unfortunately, I got proven wrong. Set got absolutely obliterated right there, as Malzahar tried to help him out there, and just wasn't quite enough as the Volibear escapes. So that is one beefy bear.
That is a scary bear now. Like he doesn't have many kills. He doesn't have what it seems like much to give to the team right now, but he is everything for the team right now.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that I need to see a boxing match now between Tibbers and Volibear.
Right?
Gotta see a
Let's see
battle of
this
the
go
bears.
down.
Looking at it now, though, we do see a little bit of a gold difference right now. It's about 3K gold in favor of Third Impact as
Oh,
Volibear looking to take more trades on Zuko here. Zac is now top. Zac
Zac
going in top,
throws
though.
himself in. They're gonna go in onto the set. Volibear and Zac take him on. Set in a serious position here. Ult's back under his own tower, though, able to get some serious damage onto the Zac and push them back.
Yeah,
You gotta give respect out to the set. The man is strong.
yeah, that he absolutely is. Doing a very good job of, fighting that 1v2, doing a good job absorbing the ganks. So far this game, Zuko's been doing pretty good. He is up in CS and in kills over the Volibear right now. So I would argue he's in a pretty good spot for his team right now, opting for the more tanky build right now. Oh, as Kataro goes for the flash over, doesn't end up finding anything.
Both teams looking for blood right now.
Yeah, Zac is currently mid lane though, matching
Oh,
Malzahar as
Zin
the fight's breaking
goes
out of the
in.
jungle.
Gwen taking some serious damage, but she returns fire with her ult. It's serious damage onto the Zin. He has to run. Zac comes in. He's going to try and get a slow onto him. It's not quite enough to lock him down, and he's able to get out.
Yeah, I don't think Zinzao necessarily had to use his ultimate there to get out. I don't think there was anything that Zac could have hit to try to pull him back in. But when
Oh,
he
the
gets to
Set
somebody
Volibear
top,
fight just continues more than just a couple of blows. Set giving some serious damage onto the Volibear, but he knows he has to respect that bear. That bear is strong. Is he going to dive him under the tower? Yes, he decides to continue the fight. It's not going to be enough, though. Oh, it might be. He returns fire with the ult, but no, he has to run. The damage coming out from the Volibear is just too much, and he does end up falling. You just have to respect that bear.
yeah, and so unfortunate there for Zuko. He was doing well in that fight, but started taking too many tower shots. And Sidro, with a very well placed ultimate, actually jumped over the set W and got to the other side of him before the damage came through. So he ended up actually dodging all the damage of that W and ended up
Zyra
winning
putting
that fight.
Zyra putting some damage onto the alley, but just a little poke.
Just trying to stop his reset as she's going to try to do it again here now. Katara forced to stay in lane now as the wave does begin to crash under their tower.
Things could be worse. The Alistar is kind of behind right now. He could use some solo XP.
Yeah, and currently in this state of the game, I mean, aside from the supports, for the most part, everybody's pretty far ahead right now across the board. Everybody's got a bunch of kills on them. Everybody's doing a pretty good job of staying in this. As far as like XP goes, slight advantages currently on the top lane with Sidro a level over Zuko at the moment, and in the jungle, Listen to the Beat is up a level. So as far as that goes, everything other than that is relatively even as now the bot lanes are matching in level. So this is a pretty close game despite seeing that 3K label.
Oh yeah. What Royal Vagabonds really has to worry about right now, though, is that 4-2 Draven. Oh, fight comes out top lane as Set decides he's going to go in against the bear again, getting some serious damage onto him, but Volibear is just a beast as well. Shrugs off most of the damage, and a stalemate ensues. Oh,
Yes, that hits the E though.
never mind. He decides he's going to continue with the attack. Forces Volibear under the tower. Oh, the amazing steal from the red Zac.
Well,
Not steal. Amazing
attempt of
take.
a steal doesn't end up
Attempt of
getting
a
it. Zach
steal.
wins the smite
Doesn't get
fight,
it.
but it was a valiant effort.
I thought it was going to be for a second. It sure looked like it, but just missed it. Oh, the Volibear in the set again. Blow for blow in the top lane.
Zuko really wants to fight this bear, but this bear's not going to let him do it unless it's under his tower. He tries to pull him out. He's
He
going
still
for
goes
it.
for the tower because he sees his teammates there to back him up is going to be enough. I don't think he saw the Zac, though. The Malzahar getting his ult off onto the... Whoa! Whoa, what an interaction. That was crazy. And bot
Yeah,
lane, meanwhile, also goes down as we see the Xin and the Alistar trying to chase down what's left of Kaisa. They're going to be able to do it. The Alistar just so tanky, be able to take all the tower shots that he wants.
yeah,
Zin's
Zin's
super
out able to get the
strong now.
kill. Zen opting for the shield bow and a Nashor's build. I'm a fan of this one. That you do a lot of damage with it, but you will end up being quite squishy later. So, uh, with something like this, you always got to keep your foot on the pedal. If you ever let the enemy team start to scale, you will start to fall off. So, you always got to be pressuring something and trying to look for these kind of kills. And so far, he's doing a very good job of it. 7-2 right now.
He is indeed. But just like the set can't discount the Volibear, the Xin cannot discount that Zac. Zac 5-0 right now, over 2k health, and just able to throw down some serious damage, especially against the Draven with his Thornmail.
Yeah, Draven looking to just take a reset here now as both ADCs are going back and try to spend some of their gold that they got. Looking at the items right now, though, on these teams, we see two Thornmails on the side of Royal Vagabonds, as well as Gwen has the QSS very much needed against this Malzahar. Kaisa doesn't have any kind of protection of the sort, though, against this Malzahar. So currently, she is still a sitting duck for, any kind of like flash R from Malzahar.
Kaisa kind of a glass cannon right now, has to be careful.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I mean, this is still anybody's game. If you're
Very
on the side
close.
of
Oh,
Zyra using ultimate
ult
to
out of Zyra. I think she thought they were going to try and flash in on her. They
yeah, I
ended
guess
up
she just
not.
really cared more about that ward than her ultimate. So, it's on a fairly low cooldown. It's not the end of the world, but if I'm third impact, I'm looking to try to push something now without that disengage tool.
Indeed. Alistar finding Volibear in the jungle. Volibear fighting. Oh, and here comes the big fight. As set,
Is nowhere
everybody
near.
jumps in all at once. The Draven ult coming out does some serious damage, but
Yeah,
Royal
Conqueror
Vagabond's
right
getting
now
chunked
trying to go
down.
on a Kataro. Kataro drops and you got to wonder where
Wow.
the TPs were going to come in because both Malzahar and Set both had their teleports. Neither one of them used it. Now, I don't think there was necessarily like a ward. Well, actually, there is one in that pixel brush. They just opted not to use their teleports there and kind of screwed their teammates over.
Royal Vagabond's right there winning the fight really hardly, taking Baron as a consequence. And we're going to see the rest of the fight. Yes, Zac going in. He says, I'm going to make sure that you guys don't get out. But are they going to be able to? When putting down some serious damage, the Zonya's coming out. Malzahar's going to fall. It's not enough. And Set falls
Yeah.
as well. Royal
So
Vagabonds cleaned that well.
So Set had to burn the teleport to get to that fight there, opting to try to go for the Baron fight over the previous fight with it, and ends up dying. So they ended up just trading all five of their members and a teleport for nothing. I mean, they lost Baron over that. They were in the driver's seat, and now this game, well, though it's within 1.5K gold right now, they're still up in gold. They're in a really bad spot right now as Royal Vagabonds are in the driver's seat.
Yeah, and what a turnaround right there at that dragon fight too. That was really really needed from the side of Third Impact. Draven though still a menace, still super strong. Can throw down some serious damage onto the tanks. You see what one auto attack did to the Zac just right there. Is there going to be a fight here? The Zac looking for it. He wants to. He jumps in. He gets his arm onto the Alistar, but can't grab the Xin also. So Alistar ends up getting out. Volibear not there, so they might be looking to fight here. Third Impact is in a good position, knowing that Royal Vagabonds is missing a member. And they agree. They decide to go in. Oh, she gets suppressed and just killed instantaneously. Kaisa deleted from the fight. And that's all they decide they want. They're going to turn and take the dragon.
So I don't know who just hit that blast cone. That could have just been Zero Kills himself hitting it, but somebody just screwed themselves over there with that. And blast cone Zero Kills right into the enemy team's waiting arms and just got him killed.
Just
Uh,
deleted. Just so fast. He was just gone. Volibear pushing top, though.
you know what? If I'm being honest, I would have done the same damn thing to my ADC. That's too comical. I mean, as an ADC, you should know better than to walk near any blast cone when your teammates are there. They will never let you see
He
the end
might
of
have
it.
been trying to get to a different spot and just hit the blast cone too early or too late.
Yeah, I mean, he got to a spot, that's for
He,
sure.
he did indeed, and then he stayed there for a little while, looking through the gray color palette.
Yeah, as now we do see Royal Vagabond still knocking down this mid right now as they're pushing. Zach going in though.
Oh, gets the huge ult in onto the Alistar. Alistar getting taken really low. Malzahar the first to fall though. TI returning fire. Zac getting taken down. His passive pops. Zen doing some serious damage. Zyra throwing her ult down. Zen getting knocked up, and the tower falls as they go back in. Zac is a threat to behold. Gwyn getting some serious damage off. Alistar forced to retreat. The set gets his ult off, but now he dies to the Gwyn as well. She is becoming something to behold. 8-2 now as they go into the tower. Oh, gets the ult off onto the Alistar. The Alistar almost dead. Does fall. Oh, the Kaisa getting a double kill right there. And Royal Vagabonds on their back foot as
Yeah,
DI pushes into their base.
there are still 30-second death timers. I mean, they could definitely try to push for more after this inhibitor tower. Yeah, so looking like they are pushing onto the Nexus towers right now. Royal Vagabonds possibly trying to look for the end here as only 2 members are up. Players are spawning in about 10 seconds. If they could possibly get a pick here or something like that before this game, they could. And it cuts out,
It
so
cuts out. I'm
we
assuming
must
that they
assume they
take it
won.
down. Like that's going to
And
be my best guess.
wow,
Apologies for that mistake there. Got caught up in the got caught up.
yeah, yeah, it's all good. Don't even sweat it, man. So just like that, I mean, Royal Vagabonds, they win 2-0 in that second game. I mean, look, third impact,
Woo,
you were fighting really well, but just
that was a hell of a
unfortunately,
fight.
one team fight costed them the Baron and ultimately led to them just losing the game in the subsequent fight. So very good job from Royal Vagabonds to see their opportunity and take it. And just like that, they move on to the next round of the playoffs. They'll be taking on I'm Not Trying, the number 1 seed team in next week's games.
Got to give props for Third Impact on that second game. That was a hell of a game. They were not going down without a fight. In fact, I didn't think they were going to go down there for a minute. I thought they were going to turn that one and go ahead and push it to a game 3.
Yeah, so I mean, look, at the end of the day, Royal Vagabonds, they played very well there, and they ended up earning that 2-0 win over Third Impact. So congratulations to them. And with that, I think that's going to do it from us here on the cast. Thank you to everybody who came out and watched the games. And we will be live within hopefully the next few days for the next round of playoffs, or rather the next match of playoffs. Should be hot take against a lot of spot up once that game can get confirmed. So with that being said, real quick,
Looking forward to the rest of the games coming up. I'm hoping they're going to be as exciting as these two were.
oh, looking like Conquer does actually want to do an interview.
All
So
right.
let's see if we can we get him in here for one? Yeah, sure. Real quick. See if we can get him in here for the interview.
Oh, I'm interested in their thoughts on that second draft. I really am.
Yeah, looking like we can bring him in here now.
Alrighty.
Alrighty, Conquer. Congratulations on the dub, sir. The 2-0
Thank you,
win.
thank you.
How are you feeling?
Um, it was a really fun series to play out. Always love facing Ti. Good friends of mine. Um, yeah, they play well.
Awesome.
That was a
So
that was a really epic game, by the way.
yeah,
That
I
was a
mean,
fantastically
yeah,
played game.
you guys played well. You guys stuck to what you guys do. So tell me about that second draft. What did you guys learn from game one going into game two that made you guys want to pull out the Zyra pick?
Well, game 1 to 2, we were just going into it with the same mindset of you were just gonna build it with the same core that Kai'Sa Volibear, and then look to just adapt to what they throw at us in the draft. So that Zyra pick, we just thought it was a good pick because they had pretty much 5 low range champs, and Zyra just a known good champ for disengaging. And if you need to walk into us, then Zyra is just really tough to walk into. Even though he went 1-7 that game, he still wound up doing the most damage. So it was still a good pick regardless.
Absolutely. So you played Gwen both games in this series, opting for, I believe, Flash Teleport in both games. Tell me, is that something that you prefer to run for the summoner spells with Gwen, or have you tried at all the Ignite Teleport?
Yeah, I've tried the Ignite TP, and I do think it's potent, especially like in a 1v1 scenario. But when you enter those team fights, because Gwen, she only has her E as the mobility. So when you enter those team fights and you want to get onto that ADC, it's just hard to do without Flash. So I do prefer the Flash, but if I'm looking for lane dominance, then Ignite TP is definitely the play.
Indeed. Game one, also, the Viego just popped off. Was that your guys' plan from beginning? Were you trying to funnel into the Viego, or did you have a different tactic in mind?
No, we weren't going into it with Mr. Cat 1v9ing, but Mr. Cat always 1v9s. So he just did it. He just did it in a different variety this time.
What was your thoughts on that first game draft, seeing the entire just wall of tanks that TI was throwing at you with the cog behind it? Did you guys have a game plan against that,
Yeah,
or did you just try?
I'm not a big fan of comps like that because I guess you do have multiple carries with the Urgot in the set and the Kog'Maw, but like at some point, Urgot and set are just negligible as far as damage unless they get snowballed. So at the end of the day, it's a one carry comp, and
Exactly.
we're diving onto that carry. So like it's just hard to play. And then tanks in general, like Gwen does well into tanks, Viego does well into tanks, Kai'Sa does well into tanks. So it's just awkward draft for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me, in that second game, you guys were down a little bit of gold and looked like TI was going to possibly be able to bounce back with a win, but you guys ended up fighting a very creative team fight that ended up giving you guys the Baron. Were you guys looking for opportunities like that all game, or was that just kind of something that was spur of the moment?
So once we fell behind a bit, our bot lane losing lane for the first time, it it didn't catch us too off guard because we knew that our team was weaker early and that we had the mid game. Like we knew once it hit 15 minutes that we were just gonna be stronger. So the shot call from that point was do nothing. We're gonna chill. We're gonna wait for us to get a little bit of items and then we're gonna go back at them. And then the dragon fight, it just played out like correctly for us. Like we did everything we needed to do to get back into the game. And then once that happened, like we are our comp, in our opinion, outscales. So we just went from there.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on the win. Going into now next week, you guys have to take on the number one seed. I'm not trying. How do you guys think you're going to do?
Obviously, we're gonna go into every series confidently, but Intensify's team is definitely gonna be a challenge, and I think they match up well into us as far as like what we're trying to do. We're both flexible teams though, so we'll have to see how it plays out. It'll definitely be a banger.
Awesome. Sounds great, man. Well, congratulations on the win, the 2-0 victory. And now we get to see you guys take on the number one team and I'm not trying. So with that being said, we are going to go ahead and close out the cast here. Thank you, Firelighter, for joining me for this cast. I do appreciate it. Thank you to Enemy for
Absolutely.
observing it. And with that being said, we'll see you guys in the next playoff series, whenever that ends up being. Peace out.
Take care.